on, man.
Hey everyone, Level 5 Pidgey here. As the previous clip you just saw suggests, this video is a little bit overdue. I was meant to do this video at 10k subscribers, but as you know, explained in my guide, I wasn't able to do so because a lot of life stuff came up and I had to put YouTube on hold. It is, after all, for me, quite the hobby. In this video, I'm going to be giving away a Diva Light Gun Prop Blaster. As a little thank you for all the support that I've been given over the couple months that I've had this channel and I've been creating content for, and also make some quick announcements, ask for some suggestions or polls, and announce some things that are happening on my channel. I understand that giveaways and Q&A style videos aren't viewed as much as normal videos, and that's fine, but those of you who are here and do want to enter, there is a Gleam link in the description below. I'll be shipping out the prize worldwide, so no matter where you are in the world, you can enter, don't worry. In the background, I have some Black Desert Online gameplay. I got it in the Steam Summer Sale with a couple other subscribers, and we've been having great fun with it so far. It's my first MMO, I'm playing it pretty casually, but whilst I'm not enjoying Overwatch so much, it's a good thing to pass the time. Over the last 2 months, I've been streaming every Saturday, or sometimes more frequently unannounced, at 10 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I've been doing VOD reviews on stream for free for any viewer that submits them. They're submitted in my Discord. If you haven't submitted a VOD to our Discord using our custom VOD bot coded by our awesome friend Nishimba, I strongly encourage you to do so, because not only me, but Quacklike and Yoshin, my other two friendly coaches that help me out on stream often, really enjoy doing so, and it's great for the viewers to both learn and entertain themselves at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna get the music ready as well.
I'm holding less control this time.
Oh yeah, definitely Red Boy. I'm glad they left.
Oh, this is not in the favor. Dude, I love that everyone's doing the F to pay respects, dude. In addition to that, I've noticed that there are some awesome, amazing subscribers that go above and beyond for me in support of my channel, giving me financial donations or subscribing on Twitch, and it really makes me both touched that people would go that far to support my channel and my dreams as a YouTube content creator, but also very guilty that I cannot give anything back for the money they've given me. In response to some desires from subscribers, someone even asked it in my Q&A channel, I have decided to create a Patreon. Patreon allows me, as a content creator, to give exclusive benefits to subscribers that want to financially benefit my channel. Whilst any single tier will get you an exclusive role on my Discord, as a token of my gratitude towards those who think about financially supporting my channel, I'm also doing text-based and one-on-one voice-based coaching available to those who decide to donate a higher amount. I thank you very much, even if you're not donating. People who support me through liking my videos or viewing them or leaving comments and such are the biggest supporters of my channel and what drive me to make content. Your kind words over the multiple months that I've done this channel drive me to continue making the highest quality content possible, and that's what I aim to continue to do as I grow bigger as a YouTuber. Now, moving on. I decided to do a Q&A style session. On my Discord, I opened up a quick channel so that people can drop questions into, and in this video I aim to answer them. The questions I'm answering in this video are the cream of the crop, the creme de la meme of questions available, and I aim to answer them just for fun, or to see what you guys would think about me or my personal life. The first question of the video is from Mesh. He asks, what inspired you to make this channel? What is its goal? Will you change your content from Overwatch to something else in the future? I kind of first made this channel as a joke, really. When I was playing Overwatch back in Season 2, you know, when Diamond was actually a respectable rank and it was, you know, up there in the player base numbers, I actually was playing against people and they were like, wow, Pidgey, whoa, dude, how did you pull that out? I didn't even know Divas could do that. You should totally teach people how to do it. So I took it to my real life friends and I was, you know, saying that, this dude said to me a couple lights ago in solo queue that I should teach them how to do it. And I was laughing about it, and, you know, but they said to me, you should do it, Pidgey, you should follow through with that and make a guide. So I did. And it turned out pretty well. It got 100k views, hit the front page of Reddit, and became fairly successful. And I made a couple more and gained a small following out of it. And now I'm trying to diversify my content a bit. I wanted to move generally into just tank guides or guides for Overwatch and keep an educational theme to my channel. My plans for expansion, or my next big project after this video, is going to be a Bronze to Grandmaster guide with Diva. Rather than, however, playing on a Smurf account from Bronze to Grandmaster, I don't feel like throwing, because I think that's bad, and also watching me stomp my way from Bronze to Master and then grinding that little bit up back to Grandmaster isn't really going to teach you anything. It's just going to, you know, show me stomping lower level players. Instead, I'm going to do a VOD review style video where instead I look at VODs from each SR bracket and analyze common mistakes and how to fix them, so I can teach you how to fix your mistakes at your rank rather than how to stomp your way through it, which you as a player at that rank probably isn't going to be able to do. The next question here is from Josh, and he asked me to pronounce deck in an Australian accent. Now, mate, I'm pretty shit at accents, especially Australian accents, because I'm actually British by nature. I'm not Australian. But I actually did have a dick, a pretty big dick. But there was an accident with my dick, and we had to saw it in half. Another Australian-related question comes from Phantom Badger, who asks me, what is my opinion on Marmite and Vegemite? Do I love it or hate it? Quite frankly, I kind of am impartial to Marmite or Vegemite. I enjoyed Marmite when I was in the UK. You know, I'd have it occasionally on toast when it was available, but you know, it wasn't a favourite snack of mine. You know, I didn't really enjoy it a whole lot because of it's very salty, to be frank. But it's not bad. I like it. I'll enjoy it, or I'll have it. But it's definitely not my preference when it comes to snacks or such. Castell, resident asshole of the server, asked me, will I play other games than Overwatch? And I'm assuming this question is relating to what I record and upload. To be frank, I've thought about it before, I've asked people about it, and I've often thought, is it really worth me playing this game and going through the trouble of editing a long video? Because, you know, I like to edit all my videos to ensure that they are of high quality and of high standards. And I thought, is it really worth me playing, I don't know, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, for example, uploading gameplay of that, and then not receiving as many views as Overwatch because people aren't really subscribed to me for any other content but Overwatch? So I haven't really tried it yet. If anyone would like to see other games from me, that would be fine. You know, in the background, like I said, I've got Black Desert Online playing. I've played some of that. I played PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds with friends. You know, I played Rikadu a while back, and you know, I like playing it with him if he's available to play on that day. I also play things like, you know, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, you know, Neo Automata I need to finish as well. So there's a bunch of games I do want to play, but I haven't really been able to go around and record footage for them because I don't really think there's an interest in it. So if people want, let me know. You know, I'm happy to upload other stuff. Rikado asks, what happens when I'm at 20,000 subscribers? Excellent question. I have no fucking clue. Someone should probably give me a recommendation. The next question is from Foxy, and he asks, how different or how much different is Australian matchmaking compared to matchmaking in other countries? Australian matchmaking, quite frankly, up at higher elos, you know, the top 1% or, you know, better than that brackets is really, really poor, and it's genuinely killing my enjoyment for the game currently. It's why I'm not enjoying Overwatch as much, coupled with dive meta, obviously. But, it's really, really hard to desire to climb to, you know, Grandmaster or maybe even top 500, you know, without maintaining a ridiculously high win rate when there's so many trolls and throwers and smurfs. Like, in Australia, everyone knows each other because we've actually got a smurf database, so people know who you are even through your smurf, so you can't hide anywhere. But there's a lot of smurfs running around at high elo because everyone plays on alt accounts to try and avoid the massive toxicity we have on this server. There's a lot of people inting and trolling intentionally. You know, I've had experiences like that myself. It's just about every player has really a high elo. But it's also that, you know, matchmaking's so poor in general that it's not enjoyable to climb up. I could be at 3,500, you know, bottom of Masters, or the top of Masters, you know, bottom of Grandmaster even, and I'm still going to be put against the same range of players. And it's kind of awkward or, you know, irritating to see that, you know, I can be, as a Grandmaster player, placed with a Diamond player for the matchmaking system to think that this game is even. It's obviously not even, because this Diamond player on my team is dragging me down. You know, I'm not saying I'm any sort of prophet at this game. I'm shit. I don't know how I got to the rank I'm at, or was at last season. But it's still infuriating. If I can't queue with them, why am I putting games with them? So yeah, that's a small rant for me, but that's what's kind of killing my enjoyment for the game, and why I don't think Australian matchmaking is very enjoyable. The next question is from Finite, and he asked me, what makes me like D.Va so much? Other than the fact that she's waifu bait trash, I'm just kidding, I'm not a weeb. I do really, really enjoy the fact that she can switch from a defensive role, you know, matrixing her teammates, keeping them alive, booping people out of their way with her boosters, you know, clearing areas with her ult and such, to you know, an aggressive diver that can dive the backlines, cause havoc, you know, kill the healers off or such and such. You know, I know that they nerfed that flanking aspect of her kit, but you still can definitely do it in controlled scenarios where you know you have the upper hand. It's great to see that you're not always sitting back like Reinhardt. Like, you know, when you're playing Reinhardt, it's kind of you're playing your mind games against opponents, you know, making sure your team is shielded, but you generally don't really have these big windows of switching your playstyle drastically. You know, you might be able to swing your hammer for a bit if you're nano boosted or you land a good shadow, but other than that, you're just keeping your shield up, and it's a slow push forward. You know, with D.Va, you can be both back with your team or away doing things on your own. Wobblegong follows it up with an excellent question. What dipping sauce do I like for my nugs? I'm a barbecue sauce man myself, but yeah, actually, yeah, barbecue sauce is all I'm going to probably have on my nugs for quite a while. I enjoy barbecue sauce. I like barbecue sauce. Blue, the kiddo of the server, asks, what is my gaming setup currently, my PC specs, peripherals, etc., and what would I change about it? Rather than answering this with words and describing it, I'm going to pop a picture now, thanks to the magic of editing. Hopefully it will be at day. If it's at night, sorry, it's winter here, and it's, night falls really quickly. But as for what I'd like to change, probably just change out my air cooler for a liquid one, and maybe if I have the funds, change out my graphics card to whatever the new graphics card will be, whenever I have the funds available. But, the 980 Ti I have right now is already overclocked, and it's tanking games like a beast. It's been great. I've had no troubles running everything on high. It's going to last me, at least another year or two before I ever have to even think about changing it up. But I'm really happy with what I have. It's taken years of saving, my allowance, working summer or winter jobs in the holidays or such, and, Christmas money or birthday money to get this stuff. But I'm very, very happy with what I have. I'm grateful that I was able to put my determination into this kind of thing, because it's paid off. It looks really appealing. I love what I have. Hey, with a lot of Ys, asked me, what do you think is the most similar part about Ari and D.Va gameplay-wise? This is a good League of Legends based question. Like I said, other than the fact that the waifu bait, trash, anime shit, all that garbage, I think they are really good jack of all trades, master of none kind of kits that have a lot of average areas but no real specialties. Like, I think D.Va maybe has a bit more specialty in the kit because her matrix is pretty much what defines her, but before her damage was nerfed or her health was nerfed, she was kind of this tanky mobile brute but didn't have outstanding damage or outstanding mobility. She wasn't Tracer, she wasn't like Bastion level DPS or anything like that, but she's well-rounded at just about everything, but there wasn't anything that completely stood out compared to other characters in the game. Obviously this has now changed because defense matrix is literally what keeps D.Va in the meta right now, otherwise she would be completely trashed here. Ari is like, she's supposed to be this assassin, but she's really just a mobile mage because her damage is pretty mediocre unless you play a snowbally build with like Lichbane, Protobelt, Hextech Gunblade. But I haven't played the game in quite some years, so I don't really know what Ari main's build nowadays. Probably should really look it up. But yeah, anyway, that's what I think are similar about Ari and D.Va gameplay-wise. Zaobao asks, how sexy is Zaobao out of 10? I don't actually need to answer this question with my own words because people in the reactions have already done it for you. Sorry, pal. Nishimba asks, how will you keep up community interaction as your channel grows bigger and there are too many people to manage? What will change? From the inception of the Discord server, or my channel in general, I've always tried to reward people who are close to the community or people who are heavily involved with the community. Most of these people are on my Discord server, or I would actually say all of them are, but we have this leveling system on the Discord, so the more you type and the more active you are, the higher your role is on the server. You appear higher in the server list. And, so people that are higher on that list, I will probably prioritize for things like sub-games or community interactions or asking questions or, chatting with people. But I think generally, it's going to be a long way off before I grow that big. And I'm also rewarding people like patrons or financial donations or Twitch subscribers, people who give that financial incentive and have that support for the channel. I'm going to prioritize them first. I understand, there's going to be people coming into my Discord server when I'm bigger, asking me questions, wondering things. I'll try and help them out, or at least get the community, those who are invested into my community, to answer on my behalf, because I trust them, I believe in them, because, they've been with me for a while. Reflex asks, how did I get my username? This was actually a good story. There's something behind this, but when I first made my League of Legends account back in Season 3, I had one of these edgy FaZe Clan Call of Duty usernames that had way too many X's in it and was cringy as shit, and naturally I got shit from it from my friends. I deserved it, honestly. But I ended up changing it after becoming an Ari main to You Are Retarded, and I'll put it up in text as well so you can get the pun. If you play League of Legends, you'll get it. But I thought it was pretty funny username. I thought it was being pretty creative. But actually, it got me banned. Or, well, not me, but not my account, but the username got banned, it got reset. Probably some salty Z main that I beat on competitive one day reported my name, and I had to reset it. And I reset it to a level 5 Pidgey because when you were in the kill feed in League of Legends, it would say a level 5 Pidgey has slain enemy, whatever the enemy's username is, for example, or an enemy has slain a level 5 Pidgey, and it was kind of, I thought it was amusing to myself that this tiny little Pokemon would be defeating all of these champions, getting pentakills or whatever. So that's what I stuck with, and I haven't thought of a better username yet. I've had some ideas, so I'm going to make some polls about it down below in the Gleam link, and you can answer and get a giveaway point. But overall, yeah, I just haven't thought of anything better yet, and I'm enjoying it because I'm a big fan of Pokemon. I've been playing all the games. I tell myself every year that I'm not going to buy the next Pokemon game because I'm too mature or too old for it, and then I do anyway. Fuyuki asks, send nudes, sex, You're 16, for one, so no. And what the fuck? Reza delivers with a complete barrage of questions. Who is my favourite staff member on the server? Probably Alias. He's a complete meme, great guy, but you know, when he needs to be serious, when he needs to be supportive, he's always there. It's great to see him. He always brings chat and activity to the server with his memes and such. He's the biggest Moo Moon supporter ever. He introduced me to Moo Moon, and I fucking love Moo Moon. Watching his videos or highlights, all the memes he brings. What are 5 Australian-based snacks you would recommend to an international scrub? I can't think of 5 off the top of my head, but I'm literally rattling them off. So, off the top of my head, I'm going to say Tim Tams, Arnott Shapes, Golden Gay Times. I know the name sounds funny, but they actually taste pretty good. Cheezels, Violet Crumbles as well, and probably Bacon Cheesy Scrolls. Oh, Caramel Koalas as well. That's something I remember when I first came to Australia enjoying. But yeah, that's off the top of my head. Those are Australian snacks that I haven't really seen anywhere else wherever I've travelled or lived in that I really enjoy or would definitely recommend as a international tourist coming through to the country what you should eat. Trekker Joe asks, do I plan on making guides on heroes other than D.Va? Definitely, dude. I really wanted to make a Winston guide, and I still do, to be honest, because I haven't seen many comprehensive Winston guides available, and I'd like to make a Winston guide that's as in-depth as the D.Va one I made, because, you know, he's a simple character, you know, has a simple kit, you know, most people make the rhyme, no aim, no brain, Winston main, myself included, but I think he's got a lot of depth to his kit, and if you initiate at the wrong times, or you make the wrong aggressive behaviors, it's going to be very easy to get yourself killed. So a guide focusing on that kind of thought process would definitely be a good idea of what I wanted to focus on. Trekker Joe actually also asks, will I make a guide on how to do my fancy editing? Referring back to my previous comment about recording and uploading other games, if people want me to or think that it's worth my time to edit and create, definitely, but it'll probably have to depend on what people want to see, what people want me to teach them, because I know there's a lot of tutorials out there. I self-taught myself with, you know, using Vegas and Premiere and all these editing softwares, so it definitely depends on what people want. I can definitely make a guide though if that's requested. Reza also asks, will I cosplay at PAX? If so, as what? Probably not, because I'm not very comfortable with that kind of thing. Maybe I'll think about it, but probably not something that you're expecting if you're expecting me to do as a D.Va, because fuck no. I'm actually answering this question mainly because I'm saying if you guys live in Australia, you're coming to PAX Australia, I'm going to be there as well, so I'd be keen to see you there. Grab a cold one with the boys or whatever. It's going to be very enjoyable. There's a lot of friends and subscribers in the Discord already going. You know, some people are even coming from the USA to visit Australia for PAX, so I'm very excited for that. It's going to be good. Quackalakin actually asks, in all caps, do you have plans to collaborate with any other YouTube content creators in the future? I'd love to. If people suggest or come to me and approach me and saying, hey, I want to collab doing X, Y, and Z, I'd love to do that because, you know, it exposes their channel and my channel. I've been a bit disappointed that some other YouTubers that I know locally around me have been chosen for collabs, and I still haven't had any opportunities yet because, you know, it's a great way to, as a small content creator, produce an original idea with someone that's bigger than you, and they can help you and you can help them, and, you know, you both profit off it. So I definitely like to do that, but I haven't been able to do it because I haven't had the opportunities yet. So maybe in the future, we'll see. Kataro asks the very controversial question, pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? Definitely, 100%, I like pineapple on pizza. I know that people are going to grab their pitchforks and hate me for answering this and saying yes, but yeah, I like it a lot. Blue asks, will we crack open a cold one with the boys at PAX Australia this year? Hell yes, if you're over 18, get down, we'll crack open a cold one together. Blue, you're not 18, you can't do that. AC Space asks me, will I ever record and or stream Black Desert online? If it's requested again, sure, I'll do it, but you know, it's not very entertaining to stream because it's a grindy MMO, but you know, definitely putting it in the background as footage, it's a visually appealing game, it's good looking, it's great. You know, I picked this kind of game as my first MMO over WoW or such because honestly, like, you know, if I'm going to be doing mundane things in an MMO, I'd at least like some visual appeal to it so I can keep myself in attention. I can have that attention span longer than a goldfish towards the game. Zoltriskel asks, what is my favourite D.Va voice line, spray, emote, victory, and highlight pose? We also already know what your favourite skin is, so if you don't know my favourite skin, it's White Rabbit. I think carbon fibre looks like burnt toast, so if you're one of those scrub divas that rock carbon fibre, go heck yourself, no offence. But here, I'll just quickly go through all of my favourites in game clips, rather than trying to make impressions because that'd be cringy as heck. There you go.
easy mode. Aw, you shouldn't have. I get the feeling you're not taking me seriously.
Boo asks, what are your thoughts on the Australian pro scene? We have a pro scene? What? And that was actually the last question. So, to wrap up the video in my non-scripted way, I thank you everyone, all of you, for the support that you've given me over the months that I've had this channel. Here's my way of giving back to you, making a couple of announcements in this video, asking a couple of questions and doing some polls. But again, thank you very, very much for all the support you give me, the views, the likes, the comments. I read all of them every single time, all my Twitter DMs, Discord messages. I read all of them. I love it. I hope I've helped you in this journey, and I hope to help you in the future. So, that's it from me. Good luck in solo queue. Have a wonderful day.